exercise. Fueling well and looking after your nutrition when it comes to physical activity and athletic performance is one of the best things that you could do to help improve your outcomes and help you to be a better athlete. And that's regardless of if you are an elite athlete or someone who just likes to exercise on the weekends, or if you're just doing it throughout the course of the week just to stay fit and healthy and look after yourself. Here are my top 4 tips to help with making sure that you've got your nutrition on point to look after your nutrition for performance. So number 1, fuel for the work that you're going to do. So often I hear people talk about going and doing fasted physical activity, or maybe they have eaten something but they've eaten nowhere near enough to fuel for the amount of physical activity that they're doing. Eating carbohydrate in particular before a training session or a workout, almost no matter what it is, regardless of if you're going to the gym or going out for a run or doing some form of team sport training session, having something beforehand is particularly important. And I will add in, it becomes even more important if you're a female who is in that perimenopausal or later phase of life because of the impact it can have on your hormones, in particularly stress hormones. So what can you eat in this instance? My favourite suggestions are keeping it really simple. So something like a banana, a slice of toast, a smoothie that's got some oats or banana in it or some other fruit, a muesli bar or a crumpet, maybe with some honey or some jam on it. So something that's really simple, it's not going to take long to prepare, that you can have and then be out the door or have as that afternoon snack and head out after work. Tip number 2, recover well. Recovery is really important when it comes to performance nutrition for 2 key reasons. Number 1, it helps you to get the outcomes that you're looking for after physical activity and feel less sore. And secondly, it also helps to manage the hunger levels you're feeling throughout the course of the day. After a training session, particularly if you've been lifting weights or doing a higher intensity cardiovascular type session, it's really important to have around 20 grams of protein as that hit of protein that you're consuming. It's important to consume 20 grams of protein or more after that training session to make sure you're getting adequate protein in to help your body to recover in the way that it needs to. Small nuance to that is consuming 2 to 3 grams of leucine as part of that. And the reason for this is leucine is the amino acid that turns on muscle recovery after you've been physically active. So without that, you're not going to get as many benefits as you would have with the consumption of it. Thirdly, we want to make sure that you're hydrating really well. And this is particularly important living in Australia, particularly if you're living somewhere warmer or during the summer when you're more likely to be sweating a little bit more. Or maybe you're doing a training session, maybe a spin bike inside, or a hot Pilates or yoga class. Consuming adequate fluid, whether that's water alone or in some instances adding in some electrolyte mix, can be really helpful. Ensuring that you're consuming enough water both throughout a training session as well as before and after is really important when it comes to optimizing both your health and performance. And in some instances, you may need to add in some electrolytes as well if you're someone who is particularly sweaty. And tip number 4 is supplements. They are the icing on the cake. The most important thing you can do is get your day-to-day nutrition right before going and spending loads of money on supplements. Yes, they can be helpful. Yes, they can be beneficial, but if you don't have that foundation right, if you don't have your day-to-day nutrition on point, you're not going to get as many benefits from those supplements. So if you're going to spend money on supplements, let them work as hard as they possibly can for you by getting that foundation right and getting your nutrition sorted out. I hope those tips have been really helpful for you to help with optimizing your sport performance.